Hey, 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 it's me, Shattered Exile, and welcome to The Deed. I came across this game a very long time ago, and I have no idea what is in store for me. But today, me and you are going to find out. I will say that the store Steam page images are looking on flake, I guess, is the best way to describe it. They're very interesting. Oh, of course we'll play the intro. Why wouldn't we? We need to know the story. Alt enter. Is that gonna? Nope. Yep, we're good. Oh wow, this stretches it out in a weird way. Scotland, November 1945. This is awesome already. Okay. My name is Aran Bruce, son of Malcolm Bruce and rightful heir of the Dunshield House. I have recently discovered that my tyrant of a father intends to disinherit me in favor of my deranged younger sister. What a motherfucker. My relationship with my family is strained, to say the least. I have decided that the time has come for my sister to be removed from this ghastly equation. I intend to put her out of her misery. Unfortunately, my sister never leaves the confines of the Dunshield House, which makes the matter more complicated. I have not visited the family home in quite some time. I can't bear to be in that hellhole for long. However, my presence on the night of my father's 50th birthday will cause no suspicion. I must choose the timing and method of the deed very carefully. Tonight is the night. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Alright, so we're gonna murder somebody. I believe this is a good game to play for Spooky Month, I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's scary, I'm hoping it's spooky. If not, it'll be the Black Sheep, but I think it's a perfect Black Sheep. There's nothing wrong with a Black Sheep. Black Sheeps are perfect. Oh, here we go. Bloody hell, George. Who has been responsible for maintaining the gardens? Used to be Big Jack Willis, sir. He's been dead almost a year now. I do a little here and there. Can't do as much on account of my bad back, though. My sister hasn't offered to help you, then? Miss Jennifer isn't really the outdoor type, sir. I know, George. It was a joke. Very funny, sir. Let's go inside before the ocean comes to Dunshield. Homecoming. Converse with your relatives and search the house for useful objects. Objects are divided into two categories: items of evidence and weapons. You will only be allowed to pick up 2 objects from around the house before dinner commences, so choose wisely. After dinner, you will have the chance to plant an item of evidence, if you wish, and then commit the murder. There are many ways to do the deed, but only the cunning will succeed. Ah, it rhymes. It rhymes, it rhymes, it rhymes.
Good evening, Mr. Aaron. May I take your coat?
I'd rather keep my coat. Only if I can take your dress. Certainly, my dear, but only if I could take your dress. Mr. Aran, that's no way to talk to a lady.
Mr. Aaron was just making a little joke, George. It's fine.
But he can't talk to...
It's fine, George. Please, let me take your coat.
You're new, aren't you?
Sophia's my name. I recognize you from your pictures, Mr. Aaron. I'm not new, exactly. I've been employed by your family for almost a year. It's just that you never have visited before.
Offended? Just what are you trying to say? I don't get along with my family. My family and I have not always been on the best of terms, as I'm sure you are aware.
I may have heard a few things which gave me that impression. I hope that it's all in the past now, at least. You are here now, and I'm sure you are eager to meet with the others. Your father is in the library on your left, and your mother is in the parlor, which is on your right. Your sister is upstairs in a room, I think.
Thank you. And where can I find you, my pretty? Dude, I'm such a fucking Rizzler. And what it is, and what if I want to join you for some pleasant company?
Oh, I will be in the kitchen preparing dinner. I'll sound the bell when dinner is served.
I see. So I've got to find some murder weapons. I don't. We're gonna do the deed, guys. You know what's more spooky than just spookiness? Like murder and stuff, I think. This dusty old wine cellar is where your father likes to practice billiards. The laundry room is next door, and beyond that, the servant's quarter. Ah, I know who will do. I know. We'll fucking frame the guy, the butler who like brought me out of the vehicle. It only makes sense. He's the family's butler. You can't go rummaging through George's drawers while he's watching you. Oh, it's you, sir. You seem annoyed about something. I don't like the way you spoke to Sophia just now. Frankly, I'm quite shocked and disgusted, sir. Come on. Don't tell me you've never flirted with a pretty piece of skirt. There's no harm in it. Even if you're right, there's a time and a place for everything. It seems you have a lot to learn about being a man, sir. Unfortunately, it's not my place to teach you. This conversation is over. So I assume that I'm not going to be able to trick him or anything. So we might have to... Oh, what's this? A broken mirror sits upon the maid's desk. Odds are that it belongs to your sister, and the maid has been hiding it here after accidentally breaking it. A shard of glass from the mirror would be a poetic murder weapon. I mean, what the fuck would... I don't know if it would make a good murder weapon, though, would it? Like, who the fuck's gonna be... Is it really just gonna be that the maid's the one to blame, I guess? Are you sure you want to take the broken glass? Remember, you can only pick up 2 objects. I feel like the murder weapon isn't gonna be, like, the first thing you find, you know? It's gotta be something that's, like, more interesting. A billiards cue belonging to your father lies across the mat. Oh. Nah, I'll leave it where it is right now. I need to find a... Okay, well, my mother is in that room, right? So I don't want to go there right now. Maybe I want to visit my sister first. Your parents' room has not changed in years. It remains a frozen time capsule of a childhood you would sooner forget. Well, who better than, like, what if I find a murder weapon in here? Apart from clothes and your mother's excessive collection of jewelry. Okay. It is only once you slide the top drawer open that you remember this is where your father keeps his shotgun. The shiny barrel almost seems to call out to you. Guns are certainly noisy, but efficient weapons. Why the fuck? Okay, listen. If you're gonna murder somebody, you want to do it silently. You want to come up from behind them and then rock their world, you know? Not in a sexual sense. I want to clear that up. I'm just saying you literally shove a... Well... Now I'm gonna say you shove a billiards cue up their fucking ass, and that's not... I'm right back at the sexual connotation, so that's not good. You step inside your former bedroom, now a simple guest room. Most of your old furniture has vanished, probably thrown on a bonfire knowing your father. Well? Your former room, your old fencing sword. At least this is a weapon with which you are very well practiced. No, the problem with that is... Here's my deductive, like, reasoning or whatever the fuck I need to describe it as. You see, if the murder is too, like, well done, for instance, with a fencing sword, who's to say that they wouldn't immediately suspect me? Because I'm the one who's the fencer, right? And if the cuts are too, like, if it's messy, if it's sloppily done, then I can say it's possible that, you know, somebody else could get the pin blamed on them, but... I mean, a fencing sword, too, it's not really necessarily a efficient weapon, you know? So the chances of it actually being an effective, like... Is this my room? Or is this my sister's room? Oh, there we go.
You enter the surreal atmosphere of your sister's room. Mirrors of various sizes cover the walls, creating the eerie illusion of a crowded space. Well, the mirror would be a lot more closely associated with her then, if I were to use that as a murder weapon. Ornate clocks are your sister's third love, right behind mirrors and cruelty. And then think about it though. If we use the mirror, well, the maid broke the mirror. So if, you know, first of all, it's going to be suspected that it's the sister, right? But then, when the detail of the maid breaking the mirror is revealed, it only makes sense the blame would be pinned on her. And, you know, another thing too, can I steal the jewelry out of my mother's closet, then plant it in the maid's room? You see, I don't know how to describe myself, but I'm just very thoughtful when it comes to murdering people. Your sister is too busy staring at herself in the mirror to notice you rifling through her wardrobe. You found a pair of silky undergarments with her initials embroidered on the inside. Planted in the right place, these might weave a tale of their own. So I'm assuming that's for an option where I like pin the blame on the butler, I'm guessing, right? But I don't really, I feel like I kind of ruined that pathway. Am I wrong? Maybe I oughta, I wish I could take the fucking jewelry and the clock. Is there like a real-time clock going on right now? If I take too long to choose something, find nothing apart from, why can't I take the jewelry? I mean, seriously, think about it. It should be an option, because then I can plant that on the maid, and the maid would look a lot more suspicious, especially since the maid hasn't necessarily been with them for too long, right? So why wouldn't she be a very suspicious individual? Right? I mean, come on. Come on. I'm thinking we do that. Oh, right. Oops. I don't want to take the shotgun because the shotgun's too noisy. You get down on all fours and peek underneath your parents' bed, but find nothing under there. So I can't take the jewel. What about the chair? Is there something on the chair? It's just an old chair. What the fuck?
George, you said you wanted to see me, Mother.
Yes. Oh wait, I'm the little. Okay. Your sister will not be returning to St. Mary's this year, Iran. Her condition has become too serious.
I see.
Have you nothing to say besides that, Iran?
No, nothing.
This is precisely what I wanted to talk to you about. This silly feud with you or your sister must stop. Why do you think her condition keeps getting worse? Perhaps it is best you refuse to even acknowledge her.
She killed Henry.
For heaven's sake, Aran, it was only a rat.
He was my friend.
I should never have allowed you to keep it in the first place.
If you must blame someone, blame me. Will you forgive your sister? Never. Very well, Aran. You leave me no choice. I will have to speak to your father about this.
Oh, what a vapid bitch. This house always brings back far too many memories. Okay, so my sister's a fucking serial killer. I think the mirror thing is becoming more and more like of a good, like, I think I should use the mirror as a murder weapon. The groundskeeper's cupboard. George seems to have left it open. Among the various household tools, you spot a thick length of rope. Strangulation is certainly a tried and tested method of murder. Nah, I mean, is that my father in the foyer right there? Is that a foyer or is that just the living room? I don't know what these rich fucks call it. They always have such fancy terms for stupid bullshit. An assortment of family records and heirlooms are contained within this ornate glass cabinet. Oh, I'm triggering another memory.
we're experiencing childhood trauma.
I don't know.
Of course you do. Use that head for once, boy.
Great Uncle Thomas?
What initials do you see on that silhouette?
CB?
And what kind of half-wit spells Thomas with a C?
I don't know.
Well, I do. It's the kind of half-wit that's standing next to me. Now, which of your ancestors owned that silver chalice? If you get this one wrong, there will be serious consequences, boy.
What the fuck?
I'll say one thing for my father. His style of parenting has always been consistent.
What the fuck is that trauma?
Bro, you have the weakest fucking trauma ever. Shut up. You're nothing but a little bitch. None of these books interest you. Oh, I can imagine. I'm apparently a stupid child who doesn't even have like language skills. I can't apparently read. I'm illiterate, you know? I'm fucking stupid like that. If I said, oh, can I bash my father's head in with a ball? Wait, no. I don't want to take that yet. I don't want to take that. I'm leaning more and more. You find nothing in these drawers but useless cleaning supplies. Well, but the maid has left a wooden broom leaning up against the wall, broken in tool. It might be a useful weapon. Oh, so the mirror would probably be pinned on my sister, and the broom would be pinned on the maid, right? So I'm seeing where these pathways may lead. You find nothing of interest among the maid's supplies. Well, what if I like clean the murder scene? Like, what if I again, just you think of this. What if I use the maid's cleaning supplies to try and clean the murder scene? Then it would look more suspicious on the maid's part, right? I mean, shit. You would think, oh my god, this girl killed that guy. Holy fuck. Bro, look at this. This girl tried to clean up the crime scene. Holy shit. Like, why, you know? I guess, though, there's a chance of, like, you making more of a mess, because, you know. Oh, I mean, look, her bed is immaculately well made. She is a clean fiend, okay? Of course she tried to clean the crime scene to hide any evidence. Of course, this is 1945, so I don't think evidence is really being considered here or anything like that. I don't think DNA comes into play. I think it's really just suspicions of who murdered who, right? I'm assuming this is the kitchen part. Walking into the pantry, you begin to salivate, the promising scent of roast beef coming from the kitchen beyond. You find nothing interesting in the drawers. On top of the cabinet, however, you see a blue box marked rat poison. Okay. Now, again, put on your thinking caps here. Anybody. Well, shit. What if I come into the kitchen? I'm looking suspicious. Because I don't want the people to, like, see me like, think of it. Think about it. The maid is a witness. If I go into the kitchen while she's there and I try to poison the food, I mean, she's gonna know. Additionally, how do I prevent her from seeing me poison the food unless she's like off doing some random bullshit, right? Is there a way to distract her from the crimes from the kitchen? I don't know. Hell, and if I come to her and say, hey, can you go, like, you know, I'm probably giving this game too much credit that it actually, like, thought about all these fucking very complicated fucking ideas or things I'm coming up with. Even now, the familiar musty smell of your father's library fills you with dread as you step inside. You have too many bad memories of this room. Can I just, like, sick the dog on him? Your father's best friend, a hunting dog named Beasel. The dog looks at you for a moment, then walks away when it realizes you have no food. British history. I'm thinking about it. So my father's in there. That's who I can freely murder, right? Oh, God. The most beloved of all your mother's possessions. Her rusty old gramophone. You used to play it all the time. You used to play all of her favorite records. You glance over your shoulder to make sure your mother isn't looking. The red book on the desk says diary on the front. Take your mother's diary? I don't think she'd murder my father. She's been with him for too long. I think the more likely thing to do is fucking kill my father with the broomstick and pin it on the maid. I think that's what we'll do. Let's see. Take the broom handle? Yes, I'm sure. You find that there's no way you can conceal the broom handle on your person without causing suspicion, perhaps if you had kept your coat on. What? Wait, you motherfucker, you bitch. Wait, can I not go get my fucking coat? There's work to be... What? But where does she put my fucking coat? Why wouldn't I just take my coat again? I didn't even give her that choice. I said, you can take my coat if I can take your dress. It wasn't a joke, okay? It wasn't a joke. I just wanted to have my coat on me. Ooh. Inside you find pages of poetry penned in your sister's handwriting. They seem to be love letters penned to an unidentified female. From the descriptions, you would guess it's the new maid. Interesting. I'll take one of the poems, yes. Yes, I'm sure. You take the most intimate and lovelorn poem you can find, hide it on your person. If planted in the right location, it could raise interesting questions about the maid's relationship with your sister. Well, why wouldn't I just go down to the basement and then put her in our room? Huh? I know exactly what I'll do. Can I put it on her desk? Come hither, thou sweet and flame-haired maiden. Let us play the games which have been forbidden. In dusty old rooms of this home in which I live in, come hither to me and do my sweet bidding. You find yourself unable to continue reading this poem. You're pretty sure that forbidden isn't a word, and that the rest doesn't really rhyme. I mean, that's true. The maid's bed is immaculately well made. Well, where would I plant this? On the maid herself or something? A broken mirror, odds are that it belongs to your sister, and the maid has been hiding it here after accidentally breaking it. Oh. Oh shit, okay. Oh, what is this? Sophia, can you come here a moment? Yes, ma'am? Pour me some more wine. Yes, ma'am. But madame... Oh, what is it, George? I must protest it has always been my duty to pour the wine at dinner. Oh, well, I don't want to cause any trouble. Nonsense. What does it matter, George? Stop being overly pedantic. But I... Don't you think you've had enough, Mother? Do you let your staff speak to you like that? Come on, George. He just wants to look down your dress. Ha! I could be such a dick. I'm afraid... Hold on. I'm afraid George just enjoys the view while pouring the wine, Mother. What? I never... I've noticed him staring at your breasts on many occasions. When he does it, Jennifer's too. That's a lie! Aran, please. Don't make up such stories. I don't know where you get the nerve, boy. Don't worry, George. I don't believe this for a moment. Thank you, sir. Hold on.
An interfering little rat, isn't he, Daddy?
God, no. Yes, he is. Why can't you ever keep your mouth shut, boy?
Perhaps I did speak out of turn. I apologize. Now. Careful, father. There's no need to make a scene at dinner. I'll show you a scene. Get over here! Malcolm, please, let's not permit his behavior to ruin dinner. Yes, I suppose you're right. You can count your lucky stars, boy.
Sophia, could you come here, please? Come hither.
Yes, Miss Jennifer?
I just wanted to say that was the loveliest meal I've ever tasted. I don't know how you do it, you cunning pixie.
Oh my god! You are too kind, miss. Of course, I will have tea and cakes for you in the drawing room as well after dinner.
Oh, you are so good to me, you sweet thing. So very, very good to me.
Really, you two? You don't need to broadcast your affection so obviously in public. I'm sorry, Mr. Ron. I never...
Shush, rats! Go crawl into a hole somewhere.
That's quite enough of your silly jokes, Ron. Anyway, let's not forget why we are here today. To celebrate your father's birthday, such an important occasion for us all. You are so dear to us, Malcolm.
Happy birthday, Daddy!
Indeed. Happy birthday, Father. Let's hope it will be one to remember. Doing the deed. Now it is time for you to quickly plant any items of evidence you have. To do so, simply enter the desired room and select the item in your inventory. When you are ready, enter the drawing room to do the deed. Oh, okay. Oh shit, he is watching me. Well, you think it'd look too suspicious if I didn't talk to him, I guess. I don't know. Hold on. Yes. You decide to conceal this item underneath the maid's pillow. That ought to be quite incriminating. Ah, yes. George seems to be busy sorting through items in the household cupboard. So he's not paying attention now, is he? That means I can easily get away with the crime. Hey, why are you still making shit? The maid gives you an exasperated glance as she cleans some pots and pans. She's obviously too busy for chatter. Oh, okay. She is obviously too busy. Are you sure you want to enter the drawing room? Once inside, there's no turning back. Yeah, I think I'm done. I think I am done. I have incriminated somebody. You see Jennifer staring out of the window ahead of you. Lost in one of her strange moods, she hasn't noticed you enter the drawing room. Now's the time. Oh, I thought I was murdering my dad. I forgot I was murdering my sister. Choose the murder weapon. Your sister cries out in surprise as you grab her from behind. You quickly muffle those cries with one hand before pressing a shard of broken glass against her throat. She struggles valiantly as you cut her throat open, but you manage to hold her in place until finally she goes limp. You drop her lifeless body to the ground along with the broken glass. It's time to leave this room before your deed is discovered. I just stay in my room. Oh wait, no, I'm in her room. Oh no. Thank God I wasn't in her room at the time. Why am I in that room? Is that me? Oh. Oh, it's a detective. Good evening, everyone. I am Chief Inspector Winston Lewis. I understand that this is a difficult time for your family. You're damn right it is. I want to know what you're doing wasting time in here while my dog's killer's still out there. Well, Mr. Bruce, we have found no evidence of forced entry and nobody was seen entering or leaving the house. It would seem entirely possible, then, that the killer is in this room. What? No!
That seems highly unlikely, Inspector. I hope he doesn't inspect me. Perhaps it is. However, in order to follow protocol, I will have to interview each of you in turn. Mrs. Bruce, would you like to meet me in the library first?
I suppose so.
The interview. Thank you for joining me in here, Mr. Bruce. I'm sure this won't take long. Before we begin, I will need to search your person. Best to get these formalities out of the way. Is this really necessary? I'm afraid so. Turn around, please. Now that's out of the way, let's move on to the interview. As you know, I have already spoken to everyone else who was present in the house at the time of your sister's death. We have also now completed our initial search of the house, but we'll get to that later. Let's start from the beginning, shall we? First of all, we will run through all of your activities since your arrival. The maid says that you and the butler arrived shortly after 7 o'clock and she greeted you at the door. She says that you mentioned during your conversation that you were not on good terms with your family. You should already know by now that I can't stand my family. That doesn't mean I killed my sister. Of course not, Mr. Bruce. But it's worth noting, wouldn't you agree? The maid says that you made several lewd comments and advances toward her during your conversation. This leads me to question your character, I'm afraid. Of course I did. Have you seen The Maid? I was only intended as purely as a light-hearted joke. In retrospect, it may have been a bit appropriate, but I mean, you get it. Yes, it is entirely possible to misjudge these situations, isn't it? It's worth noting that the butler has also commented on your inappropriate behavior towards the maid. I know that you did not stop to chat with either of your parents when you arrived, which strikes me as very peculiar indeed. It makes me wonder what else you were doing that was so important. Let's discuss your conversation with the butler. As I understand it, he confronted you about your earlier behavior of the maid. Oh shit, this takes into account everything. Oh no! Oh no! I understand that you defended your actions by stating that you were simply having a bit of fun. Do you often have fun at the expense of others, Mr. Bruce? Of course not. That's not what I meant at all. You must have misunderstood me. I mean, I meant it was a harmless joke between myself and the maid. Holy shit, I set myself up! I didn't think of this! I set myself up! Fuck! No! I set myself up! Cause if I murdered wait! Oh no! Oh no! I killed my sister out of jealous rage because I had made inappropriate comments toward the maid! No! This is my uncoming! This is my undoing! No! Did I speak to my sister? No? I did not. I don't know, I didn't see Jennifer until dinner. Very well then. Let's move on to the events that took place during dinner. And I understand that during dinner you made an unseemly accusation towards the butler. Yes, I felt I had to comment. His blatant leering at the women in this house has gone on for far too long. I see. Did he have a leer at your sister? All the time. Interesting. I gather that your father rather lost his temper at one point. My behavior gave him cause to get annoyed. That was nothing out of the ordinary. Your father often loses temper at dinner? My father loses his temper no matter where he is. I see. At one point you made the accusation that the maid and your sister were in some sort of inappropriate relationship? I was just trying to create a scene, really. There was nothing else behind it. I see. Well, it seems a rather strange way to go about it. Yes, perhaps it was. Now I need to ascertain your location at the time of your sister's death. Where were you when you had the scream? Upstairs. I was on the upstairs landing. I see, thank you. As I said earlier, we have completed our initial search of the property. We found a poem written by your sister which appears to clearly express romantic feelings towards the maid. Given that we found it in the maid's room, we can be sure that she had read it. Perhaps it is proof that the two of them were involved in a secret relationship. That would make her a suspect. I would certainly have more questions for her at least. I am curious about the murder weapon. The broken glass seems to have come from one of your sister's mirrors. We found the rest of it in the maid's room. We have established that you have been to the servants' quarters this evening. However, we can't rule out suicide, especially given your sister's mental condition and her obsession with mirrors. It is all very interesting. I will be completely honest with you now, Mr. Bruce. Your behavior this evening has given me cause for suspicion. While there is some suspicions regarding your father, I don't currently regard him as a serious suspect. There is a question or two regarding the butler, but personally I don't buy it. Too cliché. I also think that the evidence surrounding the maid might be worth another look. Now, as far for what happens next, I'm going to ask you to accompany me to the station for further questioning. Am I under arrest? Not currently, Mr. Bruce, unless you want it that way. I think another interview with the maid will be required also. Fuck! 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 You and Sophia were both taken in for questioning, and you did your best to convince them of your innocence and of the maid's guilt. However, the police soon discovered that you had an obvious motive to want your sister dead from that moment on, you were the prime suspect. The trial was a long and difficult one. Finally, the jury found you guilty of the crime. You were given a life sentence for the murder of your sister and would be spending the rest of your life sleeping behind bars. And that in your dank little cell there was nowhere to hide or to escape from the nightmares when they came. The deed itself had taken possession of your soul, and perhaps this was her final revenge.
Okay, so it never gave the explanation that, like, I was vying for the maid, and I had killed my sister in attempts to have the maid fall in love with me. That was never said. So, technically, if I hadn't made so many inappropriate comments, which I thought were funny at the time, then I might have not died there, okay? Then I might have not lost. But that was the deed. If you want to go and play it for yourself, it's actually free on Steam. Just search the deed or look in the description down below, because I will have it linked there. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. It helps support the channel, helps get me some reach on this big worldwide internet or whatever the fuck, right? And keep doing what you do best, because I know you do it well. And until then, I will see you in the next video. Peace!